That's a good way to make an entrance. Thanks for the introduction, Connor. It's very kind. You know, I really don't think much about my age until I see Connor, and then I realize that his mom and I went to school together in the same class, and then it sort of just slaps you in the face. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for the invitation to speak today. To my fellow veterans, thank you for your service. Give me a minute while I just take all of this in. I think the last time I was on the stage, I didn't trip. And I think I was getting my diploma, and that's when mullets were cool the first time. Some of you may not recognize my name, my last name, but rest assured that my Lawler family roots run very deep in this community. You've probably seen me around a lot recently since I moved back, at a lot of the school events supporting the next generation. Today we are honoring the veterans in our community for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. All veterans share a common bond. At one time in their lives, they raised their right hand and solemnly swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. No matter if they served for 2 years or 42 years, all veterans sacrifice something to serve their country and, if called upon, to lay down their lives in defense of it. There's distinct honor in serving to protect our way of life and the Constitution of the United States of America. Most people, the media, and most military movies tend to put the focus on combat and war. But I think that we should also take some time to recognize that the military also serves an important role with other things, like rescue operations, helping with law enforcement, disaster response, and food and humanitarian relief. Soldiers aren't just infantrymen or machine gun operators, they're also welders and electricians, photographers, cooks, dentists, paralegals, musicians, divers, animal caretakers, social care workers, and the list goes on and on and on. Being in service takes on many forms. While it's common in our society to show appreciation to veterans with things like free meals and free car washes and a variety of discounts throughout the day, there's also another, sometimes forgotten, opportunity to show your support. And what I'm about to say isn't really revolutionary, it doesn't cost anything, and we all know how to do it. Another way to really show your support is simply to talk to them. Ask them when they served, where they served, what branch did they serve in, what did they do while they served, and what was it like to serve, and why did they even serve in the first place? Listen to their story, and then you will truly know about the service that you're thanking them for. It will make all the difference to them, and it might deepen your appreciation for the veterans and the freedoms that they ensured that we can all enjoy. Every veteran here has a story, and I guarantee you that every single one of them is different. Some of mine goes a little bit like this. In the spring of 1989, I know that was a long time ago for some of you, I was a high school junior right here in this gym, probably with a mullet. And you could have found me right over there, probably, listening to my boombox and shooting some hoops. Most of my friends were making all these fun plans for summer at the time, and meanwhile, I was just weeks away from an entirely different kind of summer. So I'm 17 years old, still a minor, sitting at the kitchen table with a recruiter practically begging my mom to give me permission to join the Illinois Army National Guard. I must have really turned on the charm that day because she actually said yes. I can't really articulate what drove me to that point. I just knew that I was going to do something different. I left on a bus for Army basic training 3 days after the last day of my junior year. Those next 10 weeks were some of the scariest and thrilling times of my life. Prior to that, I had never even navigated an airport alone or even been on a plane other than as a toddler. Heck, I think I barely even left Stevenson County. I was trained to be a soldier. That includes things like learning discipline, handling weapons, pushing myself mentally and physically, building confidence and learning the value of teamwork. But what I really took from that experience was a newfound understanding of inclusion. And inclusion is feeling part of something bigger than yourself and taking action that benefits your whole community, opposed to just yourself in that given moment. Being inclusive gives us access to knowledge and thoughts that we may never experience ourselves, yet we get to learn from those shared experiences and grow together. That summer, I met a lot of people that didn't look like me, they didn't talk like me, they didn't grow up like me, and they came from all over the nation. And yet, we were all sharing that experience together. It turns out that all these people with all these different backgrounds really all just wanted the same thing, and that's to belong and to feel connected. Connection is a basic need of all humans, and it's more important than you might think. Social connection does things like lowers anxiety and depression. It helps us regulate our emotions. It leads to higher self-esteem and empathy, and even can improve our immune systems. When I came home that summer, I was not the same kid that left. I felt like a whole new world was in front of me. Not to mention, I was in the best shape of my entire life, which made volleyball conditioning a real cinch. I had a greater sense of what it means to serve others and the power and the greater good of all of us. Service to others isn't just in the military. It's something we all can do every single day. Volunteering is a meaningful way to connect with others, make friends, and feel a sense of purpose in your life. Giving back to those in need also raises your sense of gratitude and well-being. Getting involved in your community helps you build genuine connections. And that could be things like activities at your church, it could be school activities, whether you're playing them or whether you're just cheering on your friends. Engage with your families and help others whenever you can. As you get older, you will come to understand that the only thing that really ends up mattering is the people that you love and the relationships that you build along the way. Technology, social media, artificial intelligence, these things are here, and they're continuing to come, and they're continuing to change how we do things. But it will never replace our human need for connection. It's easy to retreat, to hide into our smartphones when we're feeling uncomfortable in a social situation. But be careful with that, because that's going to make you seem unapproachable and hinder your ability to make those real-life connections. Let's focus on being present and engage with the people that are around us. Now, since I know smartphones aren't going away, and I know that probably every single one of you has yours on you right now, particularly if you're in the bleachers, I want to ask you to pull yours out. Pull them out and put it on your flashlight. There we go, I see some. I'm seeing some. See some more. And I want you to point them at each other across the way here. There you go. So when you see this, I hope that you'll remember to help each other whenever you can, and to remember to let this be a reminder for you to be the light for others. Thank you.